Electronic music, Ausla, Vendetta, definitely. They just released an EP about 5 days ago on the Ausla label, which is Skrillex's electronic label. And it's called Through Time and Space. Now, I really loved all of these tracks. Some of them I liked better than others. I rated them for you. Well, I didn't rate them, but I ranked them in order from 1 to 5 on the ones that I liked the most, the ones I liked the least. But really, I didn't dislike any of these songs. For being kind of an unknown, electronic group, I'm really surprised that I liked every single song on here. The first one is Wide Awake, vocals by Kenzie May, and this one has like a very ethereal sound, but it's kind of like the main vocal in this, the main line is, we're still wide awake, but we feel like we're dreaming. And it's kind of just like this ethereal but kind of upbeat song that has some very strange sounds in it, which is kind of very, very Vendetta. They have some sort of strange sounds in a lot of their songs that I think are really, honestly, unexpectedly amazing. I wouldn't think that they were coming, and I always get pleasantly surprised by them. Number 2, I put Gypsy, featuring Kalina Zanders. This one's kind of jazzy, has a little more of an R&B kind of smooth flow. There's some like water dripping sounds in the background, again with some of the stranger sounds that just kind of work. And 3, I have Own Life, featuring Anderson Peak. This one is one of the more dancey songs of the album. Not the only one, but the one I would probably be most likely to dance to. The vocals are a little more hip-hop. It's got slightly more energy than some of the other tracks I just listed. And it's a little bit more, I would almost say this one's a little more mainstream as opposed to just straight up electronic. Number 4, I've seen this one get a lot of hype, Get Away, featuring Mac. This one's also very dancey, very ethereal, and it has some nice, I just shook the camera. It has some nice, surprising piano instrumentals that I was not expecting, again, that come in and out throughout the song. And they add just a little bit of extra something to the song. It adds a layer, it adds some interest, which Vendetta is very good for, adding unexpected interest. 5, Spirals. This one's very interesting. It has no vocals. The beats and the sounds are very interesting. It has no vocals. It has more of an electronic feel than some of the other songs that are a little more ethereal. But even though it has no vocals, I'm not missing the vocals there. I'm not looking for them. It's not lacking anything. And I think that their ability to kind of bring up the instrumentals in that song really made it not so necessary to have vocals. And honestly, it took a second listen to realize that, like, oh, this song doesn't have vocals. Like, it just fit very well with the album, even though it didn't have vocals like all of the other tracks did. Now, the last is number 6, Can't Say No. Again, I did not dislike this song. It is on my playlist. I do listen to it, but it's my least favorite of all of them. And this one has vocals by Chuck Ellis. It has kind of a stutter beat in it, which I thought was a little bit hard to swallow, but again, I kind of expected from Vendetta because they have that crazy vibe of like adding strange sounds. But this one was a little hard for me to swallow. Not impossible, but a little more difficult than the other, water dripping and pianos that are kind of in the other songs. The vocals are very smooth. The vocals are very easy to digest. The rest of this song wasn't bad, but I don't like the stutter beat that comes in and out throughout this song. Vendetta's a really, really good electronic group. It's 2 men. It is on Ausla, and I will put a link somewhere for the playlist on YouTube on the Ausla page. And I hope you guys check it out if you're into electronic music. If you're not and you're into like ethereal kind of just different, almost indie music, I would check it out. It's only a 6-song EP. It's nothing crazy. It is on iTunes, I believe, if you really want to buy it. I think there's some of it on SoundCloud as well, so if you just want to check it out, you could do it on YouTube or SoundCloud. I will put a link somewhere for that video, but I really hope you guys like it, and let me know what you think of it. They're not, super popular. They are kind of a little bit underground. They're not so mainstream. They're kind of, a little bit on the outskirts of EDM, but I really like their style. And they're pretty consistent. Their album, honestly, was really well put together. There weren't any songs in there that felt like it didn't fit. Everything went together really nicely, and I really hope you enjoyed this album as much as I did. Bye-bye. What was that outro? It's horrible. Okay.